Okay, so Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp released the still of the MOSUL orb video. For now, we only have the still. Hopefully the full video is only 4 seconds long, but hopefully we will get that. But before we do, I thought it might be helpful to go over some similar cases because these metallic spheres are actually very common. So let's go over some of this. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and comment below as I'm going through the story. So, okay, let's just get into it. I'm going to share a few videos of similar orbs. All right, here's one. Actually, it's hard to tell quite what shape it is. But it is a helicopter accompanying it or running it off, whatever it is. To me, that looks more egg-shaped, but it's very similar. And yeah, again, you see the government's involvement with these things in some capacity, knowledge of it and involvement with it, whether it's escorting it or running it off. It's involved. And yeah, so very interesting. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, so all right, very interesting. And yeah, the government is heavily involved in this stuff. Heavily involved. Terry Lovelace saw over 50 military guys aboard a giant UFO that was the size of a Walmart on the outside and even larger on the inside. That's right, larger on the inside, just like Doctor Who. Government heavily involved, and they've been dealing with these things and probably working with them for many years.
De distancia del cráter. El día siguiente, 29 de junio, se presentó este objeto dirigiéndose de la zona.
I'm going to mute that. I don't know what he's saying. Was that a contrail that thing left behind? That was weird. Was that an artifact of the video? Let me go back. What was that? Yeah, no, I think that was just a artifact of the video. Well, let's see. But yeah. Just a little sphere with, again, what looks like kind of like a contrail. Is that thing expelling gas? That is so weird. I mean, what's up with that thing? Yeah, look at that weird streaky thing. Yeah, but it's a metallic sphere, just like the MOSUL orb. And it is apparently leaving something in its wake. I mean, it reminds me of that smeary orb thing at Skinwalker Ranch, where it wasn't a full craft like this. It was just a little orb-shaped phantasm, whatever it was, and it was moving through the video. And as it moved, it left this little smeary trail behind it in the air. I have no idea if that's working on similar technology or similar physics as this thing, but that is really intriguing. And let's see, here we go. Here's another one. Now, this is a plane. This is an orb. In fact, there's two orbs in this video. One of them is very hard to make out. But yeah, that's the metallic orb, similar to the MOSUL orb. That is kind of flying alongside this plane. But then things get even more interesting, because then there is that little guy, a little dark one, that's buzzing the plane and just running circles around it. Look at that thing. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Look at how it maneuvers. Nothing we have could do that. I don't care if it's 30 years advanced of current physics or current understanding. Nothing we have could do that. That's insane. Love it. So why is it just playfully, having fun with this plane? I'm reminded of the blue orbs at Skinwalker Ranch, or not at the ranch, but that the NIDS team investigated, or actually I think it was the Bass team that investigated a case where this fellow was driving his car and there were these 3 blue orbs frolicking along in a field, and kind of like that orb is frolicking alongside the plane, and then the blue orb, they were attracted to him and they flew into his car, and one of them passed through him and ended up giving him a rare form of cancer, a very dangerous form of cancer, which he was ultimately able to beat. Interestingly, that night after that incident, he had a dream where some beings were heard to say, "We are going to fix this." As in, some beings knew that this thing had caused damage to him and were trying to fix it. They didn't. Or, who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe he wouldn't have survived if they hadn't done what they had done. But he did ultimately contract a rare and deadly form of cancer that he was able to beat. But yeah, you had the same sort of frolicking orbs. Related, not related, I don't know. Were those blue orbs intelligent? Were they little puppies that were just unintentionally cancerous? And then there was the master that came in and tried to clean up after them. Was that a spherical orb in this video that was moving in a stately manner by the plane? Was that the master and letting his little puppy frolic around the plane? Or something, I'm sure it's something else completely different. But yeah, what? Here we go. Here's another one. Let's start at the beginning. Alright, that's it. It's just going to keep replaying. But yeah, so you get these things a lot, and they've been caught on camera a lot. And I have some more that I could show. There's actually a really good one taken in a war zone, where you see these, Middle Eastern guys. One of them has what looks like a RPG, and he's prepared to shoot at one of these things. I don't know about the authenticity of that video. It was shortly taken down. So either that means it was legit and he wasn't supposed to share that, or he found out it wasn't legit. But it was some pretty juicy footage. Anyway, so yeah, these things are common. You see, one of the most common things, one of the most common non-mundane objects in the skies. Are they related to the luminous spheres and the dark spheres? The phantoms in the cosmics seen over Ukraine, and of course all over, although we didn't have names for them until Ukraine. The astronomers in the Ukrainian Astronomical Society actually gave them names, the phantoms in the cosmics. The phantoms are the dark ones and the cosmics are the bright ones, which may actually be the same object seen from different parts of the atmosphere, or in different parts of the atmosphere. If they're in the troposphere, the lower Earth atmosphere, they may seem as one type, and if they're above that line, they may seem as the other type. That is what some evidence seems to indicate. So, but I don't think we have confirmation on that yet. But if those are the same objects, the phantoms and the cosmics, does that also mean the non-luminous and non-dark spheres, these guys, could they also be the same objects? Just, at a different cycle in their technology, or a different, switch activated, or doing about some different purpose. You know, I don't know. And why are they letting themselves be seen? Because UFOs, they don't have to let themselves be seen. They can, they can vanish. They can dart off as fast as the speed of light, or close to it, or faster, or just portal out, or turn on their invisibility cloak and vanish. But these guys are just running around, letting themselves be seen in daylight. What does that mean? Do they want to be seen? Are the metallic spheres and the cosmics and the phantoms, is that a different order of technology and a different race of beings that has developed them, different from the ones that can make their ships invisible or dart off? Well, as we saw from the plane video, where he had that little bitty object frolicking around the plane, I hope you can see that after I render the video. Let's go back to that. Hopefully you can see that. And it's hard for me to see in the unrendered video, but yeah, let's go. So that's the stately sphere, just kind of going alongside the plane. But the interesting part is that the other one, the second object, which hopefully you can make out. There it is. There it is. It's insanely fast. It's darting around erratically. It's just crazy. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Hopefully you can see him. But yeah, I mean, that thing is operating on amazing physics. I can easily see that darting off like the tic-tac, like a bullet fired out of a gun, as Commander Fravor says. Easily see it do something like that. So, yeah, because part of me wants to say, well, maybe the metallic spheres are man-made or something, just using some alien technology or maybe some ARV technology. But then you see the little guy frolicking around the plane, and yeah, I don't see why, even if we had that technology, that a human-operated vehicle would buzz a plane like that. So but I don't think we have that technology. So, yeah, but interesting. Well, I do think that we have the ARVs. I think that the ARVs do seem to be a thing. Multiple points of corroboration for the ARVs. It escapes the silo of information problem. So we have had craft. My research has led me to believe that we have had craft that can do UFO type maneuvers since the 60s. Yeah, but I don't think we have tiny little guys that would buzz a plane, and why would we do that? No, this is non-human, or at least non-us. But yeah, so those are a few videos that are similar to the MOSUL orb. Well, let me know what you guys think these things are and what they're doing, why they're allowing themselves to be seen. What business are they about? I mean, this guy flying alongside the plane and the other little guy flying loops around the plane. What were they doing? They just having fun? I mean, what are these guys up to? Let me know your thoughts below. Please like, please subscribe, become a channel member, all that good stuff. See you next time. Jack out.